What's up, YouTube? What's up, Fish Fam? Today I'm showing you a little minor thing I did to the 125. I've had this Flow Tamer spray bar. That's for the FX. I added it because, don't mind the particles, I just fed them. I added it because there wasn't enough surface agitation. Now the Owazi surface skimmer did its job in keeping the surface clear, but it does not provide the agitation. So if you're looking at agitation, you can put a power head, wave maker, whatever, Airstone, or in my case, spray bar. I've had this on this tank before, but not with these fish. I was using just a piece of it, and I had it on this back or side panel here, and it was a little bit, well, it wasn't a little bit, it was a lot of too much flow, and these guys were not liking it very much. So I decided to go ahead and add the other pieces on here to spread it out, but to also add the flow, the agitation, which helps with the oxygen and all that cool stuff. So I went with that method, and so far so good. The flow is real nice. It's enough flow for one, and it's not making them having to struggle to swim. Well, the big guys were doing fine, but when it came down to the little one, he or she, whatever, was not liking it very much. And some of the tetras, the Congos, weren't liking it. The big guy was loving it, but the other one was like, these here were like, nah, too much. So I decided to crank it back and add the more pieces to it, which still gives it a nice, some movement up there, to tell you the truth. And yeah, so far so good. They're digging like crazy, like crazy. But that's what they do. They're sand sifters and stuff, so that's what they do. So when I had that other piece on there where it was too much flow, they weren't doing anything. They were just mostly fighting it, or the big guys were swimming okay with it, but you could just tell it was stressing them out. So I think I did the right move on adding all the other pieces, to give them a break. We did lose a redhead. My thoughts on that is, I believe when I'm doing my water changes, I'm putting them in a little bit of a shock. That's my only conclusion, because I do realize I do probably drain it too much, and adding too much water in, that is, either the temperature is off by a lot more than what I'm thinking, or something. So I'm just believing, to be honest, I'm putting them in a lot of shock when I do this. So my solution for that is I'm going to either continue to add more plants to help with the water. That way I don't have to do as many water changes a week. I mean, I do once a week, but if I can get by with 2 weeks. Second, I do need to buy a test kit. I don't chase numbers, but I do need to see if it's even necessary to do a water change on the tank when I do them, at least on this one. The other ones I haven't had any issues with the way I've done them. But this one here, I'm not going to say issues, but, I've lost about 3 fish total. Oh, yeah, I lost the little one. So I'm thinking, yeah, my water changes are the big problem because I'm not really um, disturbing a lot. Like I'm not doing big gravel vacs where I'm sucking up the sand and sitting it back down. I'll just get on the top what I can get off the top. That's it, you know. But I think that's a big part of it is that because sometimes it'll be fine and at other times it's like, whoa. Either that or I didn't have enough flow in the tank, you know, to where um it's creating enough oxygen, which is, we all know how that works. You disturb the surface, you create some more oxygen, more flow that's not overkill, the better your tank will thrive, pretty much. That's a quick summary of it. I mean, it's more to it, but it's a quick summary of it. So I'm thinking that might have been also an issue. That's why I added the spray bar, which is, at first I was a little skeptical if I wanted it in there or not, but now I'm like, it's pretty cool, it's pretty dope. Had it in there before, like I said, but not with these guys, so I forgot. But yeah, so we're gonna see how this works. Like I said, I'm in the midst of ordering a test kit. I don't know if I should go with the API Master kit or the strips. Probably get the strips. I've tried them before and they work pretty good. That's when I was obsessed with chasing numbers, and that was more of a disaster. So I'm just gonna test water every week just to see if the ammonia and my nitrates and all that are getting too high to where it needs a water change. But if not, then I'll leave the tank alone, add more water if necessary, and that's about it. Keep it simple and see how that where that goes. So yeah, I mean, so far everything else has been going okay besides my few losses. Now when I can balance this tank out, I may order more of them, but for right now I better hold off just to give it time, see what happens. So right now I'm not going to order any more. I'm tempted, but let's get this tank balanced out better. Hopefully, I'm hoping, really, to be honest with y'all, it was just a flow issue. I'll keep showing y'all the spray bar. A flow issue, or it's not enough flow as I add fish. Big guys take up more. But I'm really thinking it's more of a shock, because right after a water change, maybe 30 minutes later, I come back in and one of them's not doing so well, and shortly after it's gone. So I'm really thinking it's that. But just in case, I had the spray bar, be on the safe side. Plants are doing good. These aren't, I mean, they're alive, but compared to before, they're, they could be better. But the rest of them are okay. The new ones, we'll see how well they grow into the tank. But overall, that's really the only update I have right now. But keep you posted and let you know what happens. And yeah, I'll let it be at that for now. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification button. Yeah, drop a comment below on the ideas or suggestions on what I could do better. And yeah, catch you back at the next one. Peace.